So for the past 7 months or so, I've been struggling to work on a comic, a webcomic. It's called Zero Geero. It's up on Webtoon if you want to go check it out. Now, so far, I have met quite a few struggles. When I first started this, I had done some research onto already known authors and manga writers, comic book writers, and they all say it's not easy, it's not going to be easy. And I knew that, but I didn't realize how difficult it actually was going to be. Now, this wasn't my first attempt at a webcomic. I had tried before and failed, but that project had its own difficulties, more with the website I was using to post the comic. It wasn't really meant for a comic, but it's all I knew at the time until I discovered Webtoon, and it's a better system for keeping yourself consistent on keeping it going. Posting on an actual site that's meant for webcomics, it's easier because it's meant for it. So when I first started on this project, I tried to follow the rules they put out for, doing what's best, what'll get you the views, like having it in color, posting weekly. I tried doing that, but I just found it harder and harder, and I wasn't happy with the art I was putting out, so I kind of stopped for a bit. And that procrastination just went on for longer and longer until eventually I just stopped doing it for quite some time. So I looked at it recently and I was very unhappy with how it looked, and I did not want this to be what my comic was, because I really like the story for it. It's not much yet, but it's difficult putting out chapters, especially when you don't like the work you're doing. You just become more and more not wanting to work on your project. So I decided to redo some pages to something I better like, and it's not in color, not all of them, there's some in color, but I like this style a bit better. Now I'm very new at this, and there's still a lot more things I'm starting to learn for making comics. And I'm probably going to make a lot more mistakes, and these old pages, well, they're new now, but soon they'll be old, and I'll probably look back at them and not like them, but I'm trying not to change them all the time when I'm unhappy, because then I'll be getting nowhere with actually progressing the comic story. And that's what I really want to get done, is the story. The art may not be the best, but I really enjoy this story. And I've always wanted to be an author. It's always been my dream since I was a kid to be an author, but since when you're just not the smartest person, sometimes it's hard to be an author. But with the help of the internet, anything's possible nowadays. So this is why I've gone back and redid some of my comic pages for it. I've tried to make the poses look better and the faces look more consistent. That's something I struggle with. I think a lot of new comic makers struggle with this, is keeping your characters' faces looking like they're the same character. That's something that's hard for me. But I'm working on it. I've also gone back and tried putting in more backgrounds so that it doesn't look like they're always just floating in nothingness. The backgrounds are a tedious part, but they really make the story look more lively and like they're actually in a setting, because that's what it's supposed to do, I guess. But yeah, those are a few of the changes I've made to my comic, and I'm hoping I won't be able to put out as many. I was at a system of monthly putting out. I was trying to, that's how fast I was working, but now I might be a bit slower at it, but with the lack of color it might be a bit easier. I don't know, we'll see. But those are my changes. Hopefully I'll be able to stick to this, and yeah, go read my comic if you want. It's a sci-fi adventure. It's on Webtoon. I'll put a link below. Thanks for watching.